Hey everybody, it's Rebecca, the stager, and I'm going to talk to you today about how to make a kid's bed. Okay, so here is our kids' room, or the room we're going to show as a kids' room. And why do we do kids' rooms? Well, there are a few reasons. For one, I think if you have a house that has 3 or more bedrooms, you want to show one, at least one, as a kid's room because it shows family, and family makes you feel warm and cozy. But as a stager, I think it's important to do kids' rooms because it breaks up your inventory. So instead of using all of your adult, serious inventory, this is your chance to be fun and go a little bit out of your comfort zone and show color or humor, and they're just fun to do. Another reason is just if you're a potential home buyer and you're out seeing house after house after house, you know, a lot of stagers don't do kids' bedrooms. So how many beige and gray bedrooms can you see? You know, it's boring. It's so boring. And at the end of the day, when you're going back and trying to remember all the houses that you saw, you're going to remember the one with the cool kids' rooms. Okay, so let's get to the actual staging here. So the first thing you want to do when you're doing a kid's bedroom or any bedroom is decide where you're going to put the bed. And the ideal location is right across from the entrance. And that's because when people are going through the house quickly, they just want to be able to peek in and identify very quickly what that room is. So if you can, it's ideal to put the bed across from the entrance, which is where this bed is. So we have our bed in the ideal location, and then next to the bed I put a gray chair. You can't really see in this picture, but there's a little niche there where the chair fits in perfectly. And on the bed I've put a black and white gingham bed skirt, and on top I've laid just a gray jersey sheet. This is just to set the base of our bed because we're going to build layers, and this gray jersey sheet it just lays a perfect foundation for what we're going to build on. Also, I'd like to just mention here that kids' rooms, the trend is that they're a little more adult and a little more sophisticated than they used to be. So instead of doing our traditional red, blue, pink, or green, we're going to do these subdued colors, these gray, black, and navy. You'll see you still get a fun kids' room, but it's not too cutesy. Okay, next to the bed I put a little wood nightstand, a little mid-century, and then I put a striped pillow on the gray chair. Then we've just layered a black and white striped duvet, a filled duvet, and we folded it over at the top because we're going to build some layers. We're adding a little bit of volume. On top of that, I've layered a quilt with some plaid and stripes. Note that we have a lot of pattern going on here. We have gingham and striped and plaid, and they coordinate. They don't match. This is an important distinction because matching is like when you go and buy a bed in a bag. But this is more creative. You want to be a stager. You want to be creative. So go ahead and mix your plaids and stripes and solids. Make it fun. Make it interesting. Your eye doesn't really register all those different patterns. It just sees something that's cool. Now we're going to start building our bed up. So in the back, I've put a black and white gingham Euro square to add some height because we don't have a headboard. In front of that, I've put a black and white striped pillow. It matches the duvet. And then in front of that, I'm going to do a buffalo check navy pillow. All the pillows sit up straight. They don't lean back at all. That's important because you want everything to look neat and tidy. Now I've added a little rhino pillow in front here. And then there's a little teddy bear. So it's a kid's bed, but it's not overly done. Now to finish this bedroom off, I'm going to do a little rug to take up some of that floor space. And then we're going to do a big, bright piece of art. Now notice here we've decided to hang the art between the bed and the chair. That's because the room was small. We couldn't really fit another nightstand on the other side of the bed without it looking too crowded. So we put the art between the bed and the chair. That way it takes up your visual space. To finish this room off, I'm going to do a little striped lamp on the nightstand, and in front of that, a little porcelain dog accessory. And that's it. There you have your kids' room. Notice how it's simple, but it is so sophisticated and cool looking. We just layered everything and used checks and plaids, and suddenly we have this very cool kids' room. I love it. So remember 3 things to make a great kids room. You want to mix your patterns and colors and just go wild with your choices. You want to make your pillows sit straight up, and you want to finish with 1 or 2 really key kids accessories. So that's it for me. I'm Rebecca the Stager. Thanks for watching. Tune into more videos about staging and hit the subscribe button.